Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to today's video where we are finally moving onwards to other material that isn't manga or anime related. Material that I think I first mentioned all the way back in December, and that's me covering the official novels. I've personally held on to Sasuke Star Pupil for about 6 months now, and the reason for that obviously is because I was just getting into the Boruto community, and at the time there was a lot to cover compared to now, which I feel like I've done almost everything that is necessary to make. Nonetheless, this is my first time reading these novels as well, and the excitement I get when bringing up a topic to you guys is most likely a result of me finding a section of that book pretty interesting. Something that I know you guys would love for me to cover. And today, as you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be discussing Sasuke's impressive eye style technique. That was literally mentioned in the prologue of this novel, so I didn't have to read too far for me to find something to talk about this week. Before I dive into exactly how Sasuke was able to perform such a technique that isn't known to him, I kind of feel like it's necessary to talk about what led to him needing to perform the move in the first place. So the prologue starts with Konohamaru sitting on the thunder train admiring the view outside, when he also notices a familiar face sitting ahead, which turned out to be Sasuke, a man with hair hanging across half his face and his black cloak hiding the rest, Uchiha Sasuke, who also appeared to be sleeping. Beyond the hair, he also wields two special eyes, the Sharingan and Rinnegan, being one of the most powerful ninjas in the world. After observing Sasuke, he closes his eyes in hopes of falling asleep when suddenly there was an explosion. Konohamaru observes from the window beside him and sees flames and black smoke pouring from the caboose, which for those who don't know is the railroad car that sits typically attached to the end of the train. As people begin to panic, Konohamaru calms the situation down by alerting everyone that he is a hidden leaf ninja, and that the explosion took place at the very last cart, far from where they were. Due to this, the carriage became silent. Konohamaru succeeded in bringing ease to the passengers, but he also notices Sasuke was gone, most likely because he prioritized putting out the fire over calming down the passengers, which I guess makes sense. I think we all know talking isn't his thing, and the passengers were safe. Konohamaru heads to the fire, but after arriving at the last cart, he suddenly stops dead in his tracks after noticing something strange. The cart should have been set ablaze, but for some reason, the flames were frozen solid. He kicked one of the frozen windows and entered the cart to find Sasuke standing in the center of a vortex of cold air. Sasuke, noticing Konohamaru, informs him that the fire has been extinguished. The cart that Sasuke completely froze was for first-class passengers, which was obvious due to its interior design. For what was once luxurious, now was just completely frozen. So now finally getting into how Sasuke was able to freeze the burning cart, as he states, putting out fire with water style generates high temperature steam. So by combining water with wind style, it essentially would freeze everything including the steam you generate. Konohamaru questions if it's sort of an ice style that's not water. Close, but not exactly, says Sasuke. He then mentions how long ago he fought someone who used this technique. He copied it in this case, but even then it doesn't compare to that user's original power. If somehow you couldn't tell, that person he was talking about was Haku. I'll then end off the reading by Konohamaru stating how regardless of it being a weaker technique to perform, combining water and wind style simultaneously like that and bringing them together is nothing simple. So yes, by extinguishing the fire by water release, that alone created a water vapor, where Sasuke then used wind style, resulting in the water vapor being completely frozen over, creating an ice Kekigenkai so cold that it completely shocked and impressed Konohamaru as if he hasn't seen more impressive attacks. The fact that Sasuke was able to look at the situation and combine two different natures to create ice style was very impressive, and yes, as impressive as this is also something you kinda expect with Sasuke's character. This is generally the difference between him and Naruto. Not to say Hokage Naruto has no strategy, but he ain't no Sasuke. As I like to say it months ago, Naruto has all the raw power and guts, whereas Sasuke has the hacks and smarts. So him performing this while having access to the Rinnegan and 6th-path chakra naturally already gives him free use of all 5 chakra natures. What Sasuke did in this section of the novel is definitely a feat that fits Sasuke's character, like we've come to see so many other examples in his previous fights. Deidara is a perfect example. Lightning style is superior to earth. Deidara wasn't aware of this, and because of that, Sasuke always had the advantage. The ability to stay so cool and calm in battle is exactly why Jigen said Sasuke needed to die first. After Sasuke nailed one of his abilities down while also revealing Jigen's plan, Jigen knew who had to go first at that moment. Smarts and hacks can get you a long way in the Naruto universe. Kekigenkai also isn't no stranger to the Boruto series. Besides this moment, there was also once an ice style user, a friend to Shikadai, and Boro himself can also perform lava style, which is a combination of earth and fire. And that, everyone, is it for this video. I know this is a short one, but don't worry, I got one more for this week, and also, to be fair, this is novel material. Without anything to connect the topic to, you can't really expect every topic brought up to be lengthy. But regardless, there's going to be a lot of topics to cover, even if videos go down to 3 minutes. You're gonna get multiple videos like these compared to less uploads that are 10 minutes long. But other than that, let me know how you guys feel about Sasuke's impressive ability to use ice style in this novel. Thank you guys for watching all the way until the end. I appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you on the next one.